You know how broke I was? At some point, I had to cut onions and put onions in a frying pan with some oil and eat onions for a few days. Why? Because I didn't have money. Hello there, my name is Fabio, and I've been homeless and I've been a junkie. Back in the days, my life was hard, I struggled, but I fought my way out of there, solely on my own, without any help, and I went through hell and back, and had all the pain. I endured it by myself, but I figured a way out. My friend, I figured my way out by self-improvement. I will bring you on the right path without the pain, and I will teach it for you now for free. So listen up, I got something for you that followed me through life, and it made my life harder, but easier at the same time. Listen up, there's always two sides to a coin. Usually when we see something good, we forget it has a bad thing. And usually when we see something bad, we forget the opportunity about it. You saw the title, that's why I clicked the video. And when I tell you that solitude is the best thing that you can do for your life, you maybe won't trust me, but I will tell you a story from my life. When I got my first apartment back in the days, I don't know how many years ago, maybe 9 years ago, I decided I cut off my circle. The friends from back in the days, I didn't want to hang out with them anymore. I told you, I was a junkie and I was homeless, and I had this circle, and I was like, okay, no, I have a fresh new start. So I broke my SIM card and I didn't tell them where I live. So my first apartment, right? Fresh new start. So I went in there. I decided to be in solitude, all right? I decided to be there, but then everything collapsed on me. I was super broke. You know how broke I was? At some point, I had to cut onions and put onions in a frying pan with some oil and eat onions for a few days. Why? Because I didn't have money. I tried to make pancakes, my friend. What did I have? Like flour and water and salt and some eggs. I just tried to make a dough from it and put it in a pan and eat it. Shit was disgusting. But I ate it. Why? Because I was broke. I had to. Okay, this was the time. I tell you another little anecdote. Man, I had this cupboard in my kitchen, and I at some point I started going to the gym, right? And we'll go there in the morning. But then I knew, okay, I need protein. So this cupboard was this big, right? Like this. And I was thinking to myself, wow, it would be so beautiful if it would be full of tuna cans. Like, I don't know how many fit in there, 6, 9, maybe 18. I was thinking to myself, it would be so beautiful if it would be full of tuna cans, because then I would have all the protein I need for the next few days. This was the kind of broke, okay? we are talking about. I was there, my friend. So listen, I've been in solitude. I decided to. I had nothing. I had a sofa. I had a cupboard in my living room. I had a very old kitchen. I could take it from the pre-owner. That was great. I had a bed and I had a thingy to store my clothes, right? So this is where I started, new, with 21 years old, 20 years old, 19 years old, not sure. Point is, I struggled so hard. So what did I do? Because the funny thing is, I didn't have the chance to use a laptop. Yes, I had a phone. Yes, I had internet at some point. But I was looking at my life. I was like, I don't like to be like this. I don't like my life like this. So I was sitting there asking myself questions. Fabio, what do you want from life? An important question you should ask yourself too. Because usually we live life with those thingies, with this tunnel vision, because we are busy. We're busy with work, we're busy with our routine, we go work, we go home, we do our stuff. This prevents us to think. This prevents us to ask questions because we are so busy. We are in a rush, we are in this tunnel vision. As I said, work, routine, done, sleep, repeat. On a weekend, maybe do something different, but then it repeats the cycle of life, right? The little hamster wheel most of people live in. Asking myself, okay, what do I want? I want to look good. I want a better body, right? This was one of the first things I had in mind. I didn't have the money for a gym membership, so I started doing push-ups, right? And at some point, I had the money for gym membership. When in there, I was so proud. I was so happy doing gym. I mean, I'm doing it for years, and you can see. This doesn't happen overnight. I'm doing it since a long time, man. And then I went into a boxing class. Man, it gave me so much more confidence, right? So, but where does this come from? Going back to the title, because I was on my own. I didn't distract myself. Very important. No distractions, being by myself, asking myself questions. What do I want from life? Very important. Note that, write that down, have that in your mind. Be by your own, ask yourself questions what you want without distraction. No phone, no TV, no games if you play this bullshit. No taking drugs, no calling, no video calls, nothing. Just you and your brain. I cannot tell you. Only you can. And the question is so important because as soon as you ask yourself the question without distraction, just you by yourself, you will find answers. You won't like the answers because you don't live the life you want to live. You're lazy. You're stuck in your routine. You're stuck in the life you live. It is like this. I know it. Every time I speak to normal people, every time I go back into my hometown, I see the people around, like time stopped there. Or I come back here, where I'm right now, right? I've been here 2 years ago. I saw some people from back in the days, nothing changed. I changed. I developed. I grew. I did things. Again, because they're stuck. Stuck in the daily life, stuck in the routine, stuck in the tunnel vision. Not sitting down, asking themselves questions. Because if we start asking ourselves questions, what we want from life, we figure out we want more. We all want more. But we get this little bit of, okay, I'm just fine in the life I have. I'm not struggling, but I'm not dying either. I'm okay. I have my TV, I have internet, I have TikTok, I have Instagram. I'm okay, I'm good. But each time you see a good life on Instagram, there's something deep inside of you telling you, I want that too. But you swallow it down. Then you forget about it. Because then there's another distraction, a new funny reel to watch, right? It should hurt you to live the life you live. Are you in shape? Do you have the woman or women around you that you want? Do you have the money that you want? Do you have the freedom that you want? Do you have the friends that you want? No? Oh, time for solitude. Because what it taught me then was my path. And then I learned about some occult knowledge as well. I was putting like manifestation and affirmations. I can remember vividly how I went through my town back in the days, telling myself, I will be a sexy guy in a suit with more money than he can ever spend. I will smell good, I will look good, I will be in shape, I will have so many women. What happened? Well, I don't wear a suit, but I have a sexy body. I'm fine with money. I had so many women on the way here. It's not something to brag, I just tell you what it is. Right? I live a life of freedom, I have proper friends, I'm good. And the pain of the solitude, man, there was so much pain involved. I cried because I was alone. Man, after some while, after I went to the gym and did some boxing, worked on myself, got a plan. Okay, I knew I needed to do some business in order to get money in. After I was on track through solitude, right? Then I developed some different, I can explain it. And women appeared in my life as byproduct. Never focus on women, never. They appeared, they were by my side. I was here, girl, there, girl, there, girl. I never searched out for them. I was in life happened and they put me in situations with women. They found me attractive because I was different than normal guys, because I had a different mindset. I looked better. I took care of myself better. I didn't let myself go, and I wasn't lazy like the other guys. I was just me. But I got me through solitude. And you need to do this. I urge you, this is so important for you. Trust me, it's important. Be by yourself without distractions and sit there, meditate, contemplate upon it, and ask yourself what you want from life, because the life you have is not the life you could have. We can all have more. We can all be better. Then we have just one life on this planet Earth. We have just, second gun. And at some point you look back into your life and you're like, man, I messed it up. I could have done more. But then you're dying. Then you're old. Please don't miss this chance, man. Trust me when I tell you, find solitude. Step back from everything that disturbs your focus on solitude. Be by yourself more. Right now, I live solitude too. Right now, it's the first time since about 9 years I'm really single. I don't have any dates. I don't have any girlfriends. Since 9 years, man. I had so many women by my side. Now it's the first time she broke up with me even. This was, I think, the first time ever that this happened to me as well. And I remember now, wait a minute, I've been here before. And you know what? Back in the days, this was the time that gave me this 10x in my life. And my life went such a different path when I was literally a homeless junkie. Then I went into solitude and it changed my whole direction of life. And you can do the same. Now I'm in solitude again. Yes, it's a bit hard. But coming again, To the example of the coin in the beginning, the things always have two sides. That what seems hard now will be very good for you. Trust me, my friend. That's the lesson. Find solitude. You can do it, brother. I believe in you. If you need help, if you got questions, shoot me a message, leave a comment, and it would be very wise to like, subscribe, click the bell or whatever how this shit works, right? Let me help you and other man to be the best version that we can be, alright? See you next time.